Okay, so prepositions. As I mentioned, there are 150 prepositions. Okay, what is a preposition? A preposition is a word, or it can also be a group of words, for example, in front of, that combine with a noun or a pronoun to form a phrase. And this phrase is called a prepositional phrase. Okay, and this prepositional phrase can act as an adverb. Okay, so he was running on the street. It can act as an adjective. For example, the sound of the wind. And it can also act as a noun, though this is the most uncommon version of what the preposition can do. So, a sentence would not make sense without the use of a preposition. Yes, I would say, but I would also say that prepositions are such small sections in a sentence that sometimes, even if we make a mistake with the preposition, the general idea of the sentence can actually, make sense. But if you completely omitted the preposition, then it would be perhaps a little bit difficult to understand the sentence. So yes, we do need to use them, but we should not panic too much about using the one that isn't correct. So prepositions help us understand basically a lot of the times the position of someone or something. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today, prepositions of place. Okay, so that's the main area for today. Does anybody have any questions about what prepositions are just before we start? No, silence means no. Okay, so really quickly before I show you the next slide, I'd like you all to type in the chat one preposition that you know, a preposition of place. Okay, so think about how you would describe where something is. Okay, obviously we know in, on, and at. Try and think of another preposition. Okay, so once you have an idea, just type it in the chat. Don't worry, there's no right or wrong. Okay, above, inside, beyond, opposite, next to, under. Yeah. Melanie, just be careful. It's opposite to something, not opposite of. So opposite to or opposite from, but not opposite of. In front of. Near to, beneath. Yeah. Any others? Around. Okay. Depends on is not really a preposition.
Okay.
Besides, any others that you can? So you guys already know several. Why are you saying only 3 or 4 then? So yes, there's a lot of prepositions. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at the next slide, let me just move it on. Okay. So here are lots of examples which are nicely organized in alphabetical order. So we have above, across, after, against, among, at, behind, below, beside, between, close to, down, from. Also, a lot of these words can also help you tell direction as well as place. In front of, inside, into. There are several prepositions. And what we're focusing on today is particularly the prepositions that describe a position or a place. And for those, we're going to be talking about at, in, and on. Does anybody have any questions about the prepositions on this slide? Is there one that you have never seen before that you don't know exactly how it's used,